Marlins is an interesting story. You know, he's a success story. You know, not even talking about football. I mean, he's a kid that obviously realized that football is going to be his way to change his future, change his life. So he's done a really good job making great off the field decisions. Great job in the classroom, and those are the things that really matter in the end. You know, and hopefully with him doing the right thing on the field and off the field, it'll help him have a good football season. But you know, Marlon's a guy that's wanted to change. He's wanted to change the way people looked at him, fighting every day to earn the respect of his peers, the coaching staff, and also just put a product out there that makes him proud. So he's done a good job.
What did you see in him early on that made you not want to give up on him? Because he told me that he tried to avoid you guys.
Yeah. Well, Marlon Lane is what we're here to do. I mean, and what I mean by that is that you'll recruit some kids that are already self-sufficient. You know, they come from great environments. Everything is perfect. They don't need tutors, study hall. They don't need that extra stuff. Marlon Lane is why we coach. You know, he's a kid that football was his way to do something different for his family and for himself. You know, and those are the kind of guys that you want. I mean, you want that challenge as a coach. That's why you get into it, to be able to look back 30 years from now and, you know, he calls you or sends you an email of his picture of him and his kids, or 10 years from now sends you an invitation to his wedding. You know, so again, you know, you take on both sides of it. The great kid, but also you want the kid that needs a little extra effort, and he's that kind of kid.
Shifting to on the field, can you quantify maybe how much more competitive your backfield is right now as opposed to a year ago?
Well, I tell you what, competition brings out the best in you. Competition makes you practice through a few of those injuries, and you know, the thing is that we want to be the best running back group that we can be. We don't want to compare ourselves to anybody else, but the standard here at the University of Tennessee, it has always been a high one at the running back position. So I think now we're trying to get that competition back going where, you know, it's like a pack of wolves looking back at you. I mean, you know, when I'm looking at my meeting room, I want those guys' eyes to be burning, you know, and just with a fire and competitiveness, and I think that's what we got every day. And Marlon's doing a great job creating that energy. You know, at times he beats me to the punch and telling guys to go faster, go harder. So once that starts to happen, you know, you got the group going in the right direction.
You had Lane and Hurd in the spring. What if Scott and Paul brought to the mix there?
You know what? Those guys are still trying to feel their way around. You know, and you know, it's really good. Those 15 practices that Jalen Hurd got are invaluable. You know, I really don't look at him as one of the new guys. I don't look at him as a freshman because he knows what we expect. He knows the tempo. So he's done a good job along with Marlon, DeAnthony Summerhill, all those guys, you know, have done a really good job just pushing the younger guys. And those young guys are still, heads are spinning first couple of days, but they're doing a great job following in and being good good followers.
How have they done in the first few days of training camp? I know Butch came out yesterday and said Jalen's shown just a lot of consistency so far.
He has. You know, today's the first day we put on pads. Did some good things. You know, obviously we have to go watch tape and see, you know, the good and the bad. It's never as good or bad as you think. But from a mental standpoint, he's been focused, locked in, very competitive. This offseason has been really good for him to gain his confidence. He's healthy. He's 100% now. Knows the ins and outs of the offense. Now he's able to put his own signature on certain plays. I think early on when guys learn it, they're still trying to figure out and don't want to make mistakes. Now he understands it, and he's making those plays that kind of come natural to him. You know, but overall, all those guys have been very competitive. You know, Devin Young is a competitor. I mean, he's worked hard to gain some weight, and he's taking advantage of every rep. He's going to be an explosive guy in this offense.
When you guys go out recruiting for these running backs, are you looking for a complete package? You're looking at the run block, or is that something that just develops kind of once they get to college too? You
know, you want all of it. I mean, you want to be greedy and get a back that can run, pass, catch, and do everything that helps you be a great football team. But obviously, it's hard to find a complete guy. But you want to have a good mix of different styles of backs. And I think we got that. Now, I think when Tennessee's been successful, they've had different styles of runners. You know, Jamal Lewis, you know, Travis Stevens, you know, all those guys, you know, were just different kind of guys that were able to come in and change the momentum of the game at any time.
And a lot of